I want to jump in right from the beginning and sort of ask you, are you prepared for the amount of families that are actually going to do yes days as a result of this film and the happy and angry emails you will probably get?
You know, I think that people are dreading the idea of yes day more than actually doing the idea of yes day. Parents are. It's very liberating for parents, you know, because as parents, you have to set boundaries all day long. And all of a sudden to have a day where you're like, I don't have to do that, it's very refreshing. So I hope that parents will be thanking me.
I am curious, when you're making a film like this, when you have a lot of kids in the shoot, and a lot of things like from a party scene to filming with roller coasters and ice cream, how much are you looking at the schedule and sort of thinking about where you want to shoot certain sequences, and how much is it sort of like whatever the production decides, we're going to just do it that way?
Everything has to be pretty calculated because you have so many people in a film shoot, and especially when you're working with children, you have limited hours and you want to be, have everything very planned. So, it was fun though, because for example, the crew and the cast lived these things for many days. We ate ice cream for 2 days. We did a water balloon where we threw more than 30,000 balloons for 5 days. And then we, went to the roller coaster park for 3 days. It was exhausting, but extremely fun.
I gave my cat a yes day for this interview.
I see that.
Right, yeah.
What's your cat's name?
This is Marlo, and Marlo never gets to be on camera, but today Marlo does. It's a yes day.
Yes.
But I did hear that you shot the ice cream stuff on the first 2 days, which I think is just daunting, because that's like, the day everyone's getting to meet each other, and now you're going to give these children gallons upon gallons of ice cream. What was that like?
Well, I did my very best to help them. I ate a lot of ice cream. First of all, we ordered from my favorite ice cream store in Los Angeles, Scoops, and the whole crew also helped. It was a little bit daunting, but sometimes it's better to throw people in the deep end of the pool and just be like, just know that this movie is going to be relentless. Once you're in it, you're going to stay in it. And so we figured, let's just get going.
I'm curious about the edit. And what was it like in the editing room? Did you have a much longer cut? Were there a lot of deleted scenes?
There was very little that we took out. The movie was very, very carefully planned. And there was one sequence where they spent a little more time in the hospital when Edgar Ramírez gets injured. And that was the only thing we took out. But we have an incredible editor, Jay Doobie. I've worked with him many times. And, it was interesting. Neither him or I have children. And I think we particularly love making family movies because of that. I think we enjoyed cutting the movie tremendously.
In the third act, there's a huge house party with a ton of children and destroying a house. What exactly is it like trying to corral that many kids filming a party scene?
It's pretty difficult when you put 25, 11-year-olds in a whole bunch of foam inside a set. Initially, that scene was going to happen in the backyard, but I thought, let's move it inside because it'll be more fun and a bigger spectacle to destroy that whole home with foam. My production designer who had built us this beautiful home was horrified, but I said, I promise you, this is going to be fun. But on day one, I couldn't believe how hard it was to get the kids to stop. I would yell cut and they kept going. I was like, guys, we have like 3 or 4 days to ruin this house. Let's just take it easy. Let's pace ourselves.
My last thing for you. I was a fan of your episode of Succession in season 1. I'm just curious, when you agreed to be a part of that, you didn't know it was going to be this huge hit. What was it like being a part of that series? And are you planning on doing any future episodes?
I would love to come back. Jesse Armstrong is an incredible writer, and that cast is amazing. I was so proud to be part of it on the very first year. I hope I can come back.
On that note, I got to go. I'm just going to say congrats on this movie. I know it'll be a big hit for you and Netflix. Have a great day.
Thanks, Stephen. Take care.